Hello and welcome back to our next part in this week's series during Mental Health Awareness Week. Today we're going to be talking about giving to others. This refers maybe to volunteering in your community, volunteering in a charity, helping someone out with a project, or it could be as simple as saying thank you to someone. Now, I find giving to others is altruistic. If you're helping others, you get a feeling of a personal satisfaction and connection with others. Helping others has also been shown in research to increase positive changes in the brain, which can be linked to happiness. Through helping and giving to others, one is also able to build support networks and human connections, which also impact mental health positively. There are many ways of achieving this, and volunteering with a charity is a great way to start. So here at Volunteering Matters, we're UK-wide, and our projects are based on tackling isolation and loneliness, improving health, developing skills and opportunity, and making sure young people can lead change. Our volunteers have given so much during lockdown, raising awareness of mental health through the Mind Matters project, supporting vulnerable people with shopping and prescription collections, making telephone calls and even writing to some with a pen pal scheme. So I'd now like to introduce you to Daisy Smith, who is an engagement manager, but Daisy is also working on a youth social action project and in line with the hashtag I Will campaign. So first of all, Daisy, many thanks for coming on today. But first things first, what does giving mean to you?
I guess for me, giving to others is just a really wonderful opportunity to kind of feel good. When people ask like, oh, why would you want to volunteer? Like, why would you want to do something like that? I kind of go, well, it actually makes me feel really, really happy and really positive. But I think you can give in lots of different ways. You can give your time, you can give, a listening ear, you can give your positive energy, which again, you can kind of feel that being taken from you. And I think it's just about looking after each other and connecting, and I think the last year plus has been a really unique opportunity to connect with people in different ways and to give in different ways than they maybe would have done before. But now I'm just so excited to get back to how I would have usually been kind of giving and communicating with people, because there's nothing quite like connecting face to face, is there?
I think we're all longing for that one. But I also agree with what you said about the different aspects to giving to others. It's not just about giving physical gifts. I mean, you can give physical gifts, but giving your time and volunteering, which is what you do. And would you say, though, that giving to others, how does that help people's mental health, would you say?
So for me, I think I previously mentioned, for me, giving to others and how that feels, it's always a really positive thing. I think it can take quite a lot from you kind of emotionally and mentally as well. It can be really rewarding, but also you may need to kind of carve some time out for yourself to kind of give back to yourself, whether that's in kind of self-care terms of like a nice bath or a face mask, or even if it's just kind of like going out into nature and, just kind of topping up your positive levels, I guess. And then in terms of for your mental health and well-being, I think we quite often take for granted how important it is to kind of check in with yourself. And I think when you're giving to others and when you're kind of, I suppose, checking in with other people and, and offering to do something, whether it be, buying them something like a physical gift or offering your time or anything like that, it's a really good opportunity to kind of reflect on your own life and your own kind of circumstances and to do some kind of like checking in with yourself. And I think kind of the art of giving, because you get that kind of little endorphin hit, you kind of get that positive buzz, it probably can really help with kind of low mood and, in general, I think so many people have felt so isolated, and just having the opportunity to kind of do something that's going to make you feel good, I think it can only really be like a positive thing.
Definitely. I completely agree. And are there any activities which you've done, or perhaps going forward, which you think you will base outdoors?
For us and our project, so like the What's Up project, we haven't unfortunately been able to do too much stuff outside altogether, just because we're kind of spread out kind of over Southend Essex area and then Ipswich as well. But some things that we have done is we've taken our virtual meetings outside. So, we've been headphones in and chatting whilst we're walking around, and that has been really lovely to just kind of change the scenery and to be out in nature for sure. And we have plans kind of when we are allowed of having like a lovely picnic. We've kind of already kind of picked out one or two places, so somewhere in Essex and then somewhere in Ipswich, that we can have like a lovely picnic and we can kind of get together. But yeah, that's what we're hoping to kind of do in the summertime.
It's definitely something to look forward to. But would you say, Daisy, that the pandemic, has it changed the way that you give to others?
Yeah, I guess it has. I spend so much time kind of in this sort of a format now, talking to a screen, but absolutely giving to that screen. I mean, if my laptop could cash in the amount that I've been giving, it would be a billionaire. But yeah, so it's so much more, it's so much more kind of talking, as like before it would have been like me being, my presence being there, like I could have been physically there for people. Whereas now I'm having to get really good at articulating what I would like to do. If like, I would love to be able to give you a hug, or I'm sending you the biggest virtual hug right now, or the positive vibes of going through the airwaves. I've said that countless times to people, to the point where I don't even cringe at myself for saying it anymore. It's like I have to just communicate my emotions to people in a vocal way. So that's really changed. And I guess just not physically seeing people. That's been a big part of my life that has just all but been swept under a rug. But it's okay, because we're going to shake the rug out soon, and we can start actually doing some normal human interaction soon.
We're definitely all longing for that one. But anyway, Daisy, thank you ever so much. Your energy has really come through to me anyway, such positivity. And I can imagine there's a lot of people out there who you've really helped and given to, so well done. We're now going to end with our usual ambient soundscape. So take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.